Hey everybody, what's going on? This is Ryu here. I thought I would get up and talk about a few things that's going on with me here though for right now. First of all, I thought I would get up and say, hey, how's everybody doing today? Hope everybody's having a good day today. I'm actually okay. Nothing really much to really going on for right now. Here though. Um, First of all, I thought I would get up and say, what's going on the sofa? Hope you're having a good time. Hope you're having a good day today and everything. Hope the game creation is still going pretty good. I have actually checked out the second demo, and I have also sent it to Big, and we actually show it on the stream. Now, I'm actually going to give you my opinion now, and sometime in the future, or sometime next week, or something else, I'll probably sit down and see if Cam Studio can record it properly. I hope, without it freaking out. But what's going on here is that I'm gonna give my opinion on your game now. I think it's still, I think it's still doing a great job. Good job with the demo there. Keep up the good work. One thing I would say for right now is the fact that um, mostly, I kind of think yes, you took a step forward. You added in the enemies fighting. The enemies actually attacking. Some of the controls are a lot more better. You got some more. It's much more easier to control the character better, to throw them, the jump punch, use the uppercut, everything else like this. But at the same time, I kind of feel that you took two steps backwards. Allow me to explain this here's sofa. One thing you did in this new demo is that you took out the music in the game itself. I thought the music for the original demo was actually pretty awesome. It was pretty nice to hum. It was pretty nice to to sit there and sing. To kind of make up your own words on the first demo that you actually excuse me, that you let me try out, and let the fellas try out, or when I actually showed it on YouTube before with the first demo. Um, One thing, like I said before, you took out the music, which is one thing that you actually did. And another thing you actually did was there's actually one enemy in the game itself, not the women with the whips. There's actually another. He actually added in a new enemy, and the problem with that enemy is the fact that no matter how many times you punch him, kick him, jump kick him, try to do anything to him, um, he'll basically just stumble back, but he won't fall down. So. I don't know if there's a secret way to take him down. I don't know if you're supposed to throw him or something like that. I tried to throw him, I can't do it. But I tried many different things, and there's nothing really to really talk about. There's nothing really to do right out here there. But so the only thing I can see to do is just walk past them, and that's about it. So I would just say that's kind of weird that you put that in. I'm sure you probably know what I'm talking about when you said that one person. But I would say you are doing a good job with the demo. Maybe sometime, I don't know when, I'll sit down and like I said, I'll use Cam Studio to record the video and record the game and see how much I can get through it and show everybody what I mean by it is getting better. It is getting there, but at the same time, I just kind of feel that you also, instead of instead of just going forward, you went forward and then you went backwards at the same time. So. I would just say, you're still doing a good job with it. Thank you very much for letting me try it out. That's just my opinion. Sometime in the future, I would actually sit down and say what I got to say about it. I'm sure a lot of people right now are going, Ryu, the big topic in the world is gun violence and everything, all of this. What is your opinion about it? Well, that right there is an economy question, and I don't really like economy questions all that much. Because most time when you talk about the economy question, the answer that everybody gives is always right. Everybody's opinion is always correct, no matter what you say. Everybody always has a correct idea of what to do. It's just the fact of implementing that idea. But I will say this: I don't really think guns in video games have anything to interrelate each other, and I've seen a lot of people make videos on YouTube, and I've seen a lot of people show me news articles and stuff like this, and they basically said that there was nothing to interrelate each other. So I'm kind of sitting here going, well, why are people saying video games and um, you know, video games will mess with somebody's personality and cause them to go insane. That's just me. I'm not trying to sit here and upset anybody. I'm not trying to sit here and have anybody going, I'm not trying to sit here and question anybody's thing, because I'm sure the people out there are like, video games are the problem. Video games are the reason why this is happening, everything here. And see, there's some people who attack other people. I'll say it that way, right? I'm kind of the person that I kind of just watch from the sidelines. I kind of just go, Because, one thing about it, though, is, like I said before, for me, I'm more of a I stand back kind of person, but like I said before, that's just a economy question, and I'm not gonna sit here and go talk about an economy question, because there's nothing really to talk about. Everybody's basically already sat down and give their 2 cents. There's nothing for me to really say, because no matter what I say, somebody's gonna say I'm wrong regardless. Anyway, there's gonna be people who are gonna say I'm right, and people are gonna say I'm wrong. So I'm just kind of saying, well, whatever your opinion is on the whole gun violent thing. Normally with economy questions, you are always right. No matter what you say, you are always right. It's just the fact of how you implement it. Because some people kind of say, well, you should put evil with evil in order to solve stuff. And I'm kind of going, no, that's not gonna work. Because if you put evil with evil, you're gonna get more evil. Sometimes you gotta have a good solution. Some people have good solutions, but sometimes when you have a good solution about stuff, some people kind of say, okay, we should do this. You gotta have a lot of people who will back up your solution or back up what you have to say. And looking online, there's some people who kind of say, yeah, we should do this. Law owners should. People who are sane enough to hold on to a gun can hold on to a gun. Then you got some people who are going, oh, no, we should get rid of all guns. We should get rid of all guns. The world will be safer. You got some people going, no, if you get rid of all guns, the crime rate will go up and stuff like that here, down there and everything. So it's kind of just like, until everybody kind of agrees on one simple solution to solve everything. But that's just me. I'm not trying to sit here and I'm not trying to sit here and argue about it, because it's an economy question. That whole gun violent thing, gun control, gun everything else it is. But I can't say, as long as with the whole guns and violent video games and children and everything here, though. Like I said before, like I said again, I'm not trying to sit here and piss anybody off or anything here, though. But as long as parents sit down with their children and tell them or explain to them everything about violent video games and why you shouldn't play them and other things, and other things like this. As long as they're patient and they sit down with the child, even if the child gets up and goes, yeah, because every parent has their own way of showing affection. I'll say it that way. No two parents actually treat their children, actually act or say the same thing. Just because one parent may say something mean to their child, they may consider it to be nice. But what I'm trying to say is, though, as long as the parent sits down with their child and basically says, okay, this is the reason why you shouldn't play violent video games until you reach a certain age, group. Here's another game you can play. I actually did my research. It is actually a whole lot much more better for you. These are the reasons why. I'm sorry. Something like this here, though. Everything will be fine. But that's just my opinion about that. So anyway, sorry if I didn't actually get up and kind of explain everything. Like I said before, with the whole gun control, gun thing we did here, though, that's an economy question. And like I said before, economy questions, I don't like to touch. I kind of look at an economy question like I'm trying to diffuse something. Like, nope, I'm not being third wheel. I'm just gonna sit here. I'm gonna watch the arguments. I'm gonna eat my potato chips, my popcorn, and drink my soda, and I'm just gonna be quiet. And that's all I'm gonna do. So. But I thought I would actually get up and say, as long as parents actually get up and sit down with their children and actually say, this, what is right, you know, as long, I mean, like I said, them times start too much, but as long as parents actually sit down with the children and actually say, this is what I mean, you shouldn't play this game for this reason. These are the reasons why. Here's a game for you. Everything else like this. I believe everything's fine there. I don't really think violent video games will actually cause any kind of thing. If it does here, though, I would just say, if you actually give your child a violent video game and they're under 18 or they're under teenager years, um, I have nothing to say about that ever again. The only thing I can do is look and walk away. That's all I can do. I can just look at you and walk away. But anyway, like I said before, I'm not trying to sit here and piss anybody off. I'm sure somebody's probably angry at me right now. Somebody's probably going, you! I'm going, I'm sorry. I don't mean, I'm not a person who tries to piss anybody off. I'm just speaking my kind thoughts I have in my mind. So that's all I have to say about that. Anyway, hope everybody has a good week, and I'll see everybody next time. This is Ryu here. Later.